So now when you go to the high elevations like Denver,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere in Colorado, we play in Mexico City. Mexico City is higher. I think you're at 10,000,
Yeah.
9,000, somewhere 8,000, somewhere in there. And so I'm playing 15%. Every shot is 15%. Drivers 20%. I have to take off or add, and so yeah. So you're looking at that. The friction of the air, because the air's thinner. I can't curve the ball as much. Nobody can curve the ball as much because the air doesn't have the moisture to curve the ball. So you're playing a lot straighter shots in Mexico City than you are in Florida, just because of the air thickness and everything. Caddy, go back to caddy now. Caddy is very important. You want a person that's kind of opposite of you, because you know if you're high energy, you want them to be low energy, or vice versa. And then they need to know your game. They need to watch your game. They need to be able to feel the situation, and they also need to have a clear mind. And obviously, they're not going to get as pumped up as me when I'm trying to hit the shot, but you need to be able to talk through it. You got to trust that person. If you can't trust that person, so a new relationship, a new caddy, you have to build that trust, but you have to get some trust so that when he calls you off a shot or tells you something, you believe it. And if he says it the right way, you truly believe it, so that you will be over it thinking, he's right. I'm going to pull this off. I've got to do this club. I got to do that club. So caddy relationship is very important.
One thing I'm curious about is golf has obviously always been popular, but to me, at least, it feels like over the last, I don't know, 5 to 7 years, it's really taken another leap with, full swing. And obviously, you've seen so much disruption in the sport with Live and TGL and all these really cool golf adjacent golf businesses that are popping up. But I'm curious, from where you sit, like, is that something that you guys feel and have noticed? Like, do you feel golf sort of taking another leap, or is it, hey, this is kind of what it's always been, and everyone's just waking up to it?
I think that and we make fun of it, YouTube golf, right? Like all these
good
all these people. But it's it's great for the sport. I mean, it's one of those sports where, my wife played basketball. She's got fake knees now. And she said, I wish I'd have played golf before and got into it and dug into it as much as I dug into basketball, so that she probably wouldn't have fake knees right now. And so, yeah, I think that more and more people play. It doesn't matter how they play or why they play. If they watch this person or that person or this tour or that tour, it's great for the game. And I think athletes like you guys are also changing the game, right? You're helping the sport. And I think that a lot of people, getting kids off video games and going out and seeing the outdoors, doing something, it's great. And so I love it. I think COVID helped out tremendously.
100%.
People got outdoors and played golf from 6 feet away. But yeah, it was it's great where it's been the last few years.
Yeah, COVID really started for me. I think I had clubs the year before, because I didn't start playing until I think it's my second year in the league, or after my rookie year. And then my second year was COVID. And so after surgery, like, there was literally nothing else to do. So I'm literally golfing the entire time. I actually was full swinging before I was supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
I remember asking Casey. I remember asking him, I was like, hey, when am I allowed to start really swinging? He's like, probably not for another 4 or 5 weeks. I'm like,
ooh,
got it.
Oh,
Got it. But I mean, it helped me, honestly, because I was doing something and got my shoulder back.
Where were you at then when you were golfing illegally?
I was in Dallas. I was in Dallas.
Yeah.
So Dallas has some good clubs, good courses. I played a lot there. Actually played a lot there during the season as well. Like, I can't really play during the season here. It's freezing. But whenever we had like this, 2 days, I would go play today. I played a lot. I played once a month during my time down there, at least once a month until the summertime.
I think part of what you were saying, I feel like, Bubba, you were part of the beginning foundation of golf kind of being cool, because obviously you had Tiger, but then you had guys like you and Ricky that started wearing the kind of the colorful stuff, and you started to see a change in okay, it's not just cut and dry, kind of just boring golf. It's you started seeing people's personality and like the clothing and kind of like disrupting the norm a little bit. Because I felt like it was always, before them, it was always kind of like,
These are like the unwritten.
yeah, cut and dry, unwritten
Yeah.
rules, like you're wearing this. But then once you guys started, like, what was that? Did you feel any type of way of kind of doing that? Like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be as flashy when you were starting, or you're like, this is me?
So it's a great question. Payne Stewart, like I said, he wore knickers, and he signed a deal with NFL, so he would wear different NFL colors when he played in certain cities.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, like, when I watch guys like that, I noticed him. I didn't know how good he was. He happened to win a few majors. He was a great player. He was one of the best of all time. But I didn't know that as a kid. But that's who I watched. And so I've always used a pink driver. My dad used to paint my drivers when I was a kid. He would take the paint off and then repaint them, splatter paint them. He made them shine. He made them, he chromed them out, put splatter paint over them. He did a bunch of things to my clubs to be different. And my dad always told me, you got two options in life. He said, you can be a leader or a follower. And he goes, you don't want to follow. So I was like, wait, that's only one option then if you have to be a leader. And so going back to like Ricky Fowler, I mean, he wore orange, but he came from motocross, right? Like he grew up doing motocross and jumping. So on a 10-foot putt to him is no big deal when you're jumping 50 feet in a motorcycle, right? And so he brought that kind of attitude to golf. There's some other guys, Camilo Villegas, who used to do the spider. We called it the spider when he was reading putts. I mean, there's a few guys that I can think of that changed how we look at things. Then there were still the good players that we'll call boring. And so you still watch the great players, don't get me wrong, but there was guys that did things differently outside the box of golf. And so I didn't do it on purpose. I did it because my dad wore loud colors and he wore pink pants to my basketball games. And so pink was always in my life. And then the pink driver did for charity. We helped with 2 hospitals, building 2 children's hospitals. So I just did it because that's who I am. And then it just kind of took over, like, you know, other people seeing the game. And like Michael Jordan, I mean, his basketball shoes now becoming golf shoes. Like that changes. That's a different culture coming, right? And that's coming fast and in a hurry. Who does it? You know, who didn't want to be part of that? And the way that clothes were made. I mean, it's a different look to golf now.
East Side Golf. Cool brand.
Yes.
I didn't even do it on purpose. I got the Eastside Golf on now.
Exactly.
Bubba, one question for you is, so you obviously were, you made the move to Live. And I know at the time, Live made a huge splash. Some guys made the move, some guys didn't. Some guys were outspoken about why they did or did not do it. Obviously, you have a really cool situation where I think you're an owner of a team as well. But I'm just curious from your perspective, like how that whole thing came about as for your unique situation, what the sort of decision-making process was like, how, what you sort of weighed pros and cons of each and how you ultimately arrived at your decision.
I see myself as a creative. I see myself as an entrepreneur. I see myself as somebody besides a golfer. And so for me, golf lets me do these other things. And so I love that. But then golf gets boring to me. 16 years of the same hotels, the same tour, the same everything, same people, same this. Nothing wrong with that. But then when I had the opportunity to own a team, I'm part owner of a small AA baseball team here in Pensacola. And so being able to be a part of another franchise and start it from scratch and put my own spin on it, dream come true. I never thought in a million years that I could own a golf team, a professional golf team that could change and be part of something bigger than me. And so it was a dream come true. It's a no-brainer for me, changing up. My kids love it. My kids can go on the golf course with me. They can go inside the ropes if they want to. They can come on the range with me. So it's just a different feel. And being a part owner of something that's bigger than me and trying to change a game for the better. It's a no-brainer for me. When they said ownership, I was like, yeah, I'm in 100%. Because it's something different, owning a few small businesses around here. It's just fun. And so now throwing golf to go worldwide, opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, I've really been thinking about SUVs lately, bro.
That's weird. You should be thinking about our next game.
I am always thinking about our next game, but I'm also thinking about going on a road trip with the family, doing some camping, hiking somewhere,
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, you need an SUV that can fit all of you and your stuff.
In my vibe.
Check out the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got all the space you need. It's off-road capable, and you look good in it too.
Oh, I know I will.
All right, well, get the one with the third row seating so I can come with.
You won't look good in it, and you got a game to think about. So make sure you guys go to Jeep.com to check it out. Jeep and the Jeep Grill are registered trademarks of FCA US LLC.
Scorers. With BetMGM's second chance promotion, you'll get your stake back in cash if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. Be sure to take advantage of this offer, and if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code ROOMMATES and you'll get up to a $1,500 new player offer on your first wager with BetMGM. BetMGM, make it legendary.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. 1-800-327-5050 in Massachusetts. 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. 1-800-981-0023 in Puerto Rico. 21 and over only. Please gamble responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. First bet offer for new customers only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Bonus bets are non-withdrawable. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. This promotional offer is not available in New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico.